Hi guys, it's Dana. It is a little bit late. I think that it's close to 10 o'clock maybe in the evening on Thursday, excuse me. I haven't put up a video in a day or two. I've just been busy, things going on, people visiting the house, things like that. But I wanted to come on and I want to make some pockets tonight. So I got our signature all stitched in to our journal, and I've made a couple pieces. I made this little piece to go in the center. This side here, this is an envelope, and I've tucked just a few journaling card and some writing paper in there. And then I've got this little tuck on the front that holds it down, and this is really hard to do one-handed, so there we go. And then this was in the cut apart, and I trimmed this down because it was like 6 by 6, so I had to trim it down to fit on a piece of paper. So what I did to the envelope is I just washi taped a piece of cardstock that I've got this matted onto, and then I just added some journaling paper on the back. And then on the other side of the envelope, I also added some lace and some journaling paper. So really cute kind of center of the signature piece here. And what we're going to make tonight, I was thinking that I wanted a clip-in pocket. And I had to work it out how I wanted it to go, because I wanted there to be a pocket here at the top, but I also wanted a pocket here on the side. So let me unclip this and I'll show this to you. I've got it clipped in with a small binder clip here that I've just put some ribbon on. So anyway, there's a pocket here which holds a couple pieces of ephemera that you can journal on. And then in this pocket here is also a tag that you can journal on. And so it was kind of, I had to do a little figuring on that just so we could slip in the back, but also the side without it being too bulky with two, pieces of paper here. So I'm going to show you how I did that, because I really like how this turned out. And I'm definitely probably going to be making more of them. And it's actually really easy. So let's make another one. Get that clipped back in there. And then I've also got a strip of paper from our cutoffs when we trimmed things down, trimmed our papers down to size. We ended up with this piece that I thought would be perfect to make a couple pockets out of. So we're going to do that too if there's time. Okay, so I wanted red in here. This collection to me screams for like pops of red. And there are little pops of red here and there on the papers. Some of berries and stuff, but it's mostly like green, ivory, and blues and tans. So I wanted a lot of the ephemera that I make to go in here, pockets and such, to have more red in them. Because red screams Christmas to me. So let's get started. You're going to need a piece of cardstock for the base of your pocket. It does not have to be solid. I just chose to make mine solid red because I wanted to layer papers onto it that had more color, and so that the borders of the pocket had the red to it. Okay, so what we're going to do is, first, I want to double check my measurement. I think that it's 4 1/4, maybe 4 1/2. Let's see, how wide is this? 4 1/2. Okay, so you'll need a piece of cardstock. I wouldn't make it out of paper. It can be solid, it can be printed, whatever you want to do. And it's going to be 8 1/2, and I'm already 8 1/2 wide because this was an 8 1/2 by 11 piece of paper. And we're going to go 4 1/2 wide. So 8 1/2 by 4 1/2. And that's really all the cutting. Okay, then I'm going to grab my scoreboard. With the long side up here on the top, I'm going to score at 1/2 inch and 3.5. So 1/2 inch and 3.5. That's it. Okay, and then we're going to fold up on our score lines. Make sure they're even. And then what I did was I punched with a decorative edge punch. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to because I like the look of that. I can't see. My lights are glaring. So I'm sorry if my head is in the frame here while I get this punched. Hard to line up when everything's glaring. Okay. So you do not have to do that part. I just liked how that looked. I'm gonna take our example out here of the book. Now, what I did at this point was I sewed on mine, okay? So, I'm not gonna do that on this one because I know not everybody has a sewing machine, okay? So, but what I did, I sewed, it looks like I sewed all the way around, but you can't do that or you'll close this pocket up, okay? And you can't sew across here without it being open because you don't want to close this pocket up, okay? So if you want to sew around it, what I did was I opened it and I sewed around here in the middle. And then I opened up the tab here and I sewed around this part here, not crossing this score line, okay? So if you want to sew on it, that's how you do it, okay? You don't have to sew around it, okay? I can show you what else I planned on doing on this one. So let's glue and ink. Glue and ink, glue and ink. Okay, so I'm just gonna ink this all up. I like how this one turned out. I'll definitely be making more of them because they're easy. It's probably takes more time to explain how it works and why we're doing what we're doing than it does to actually make it. All right. So we're all inked. Now we're gonna glue. And what we're gonna do is, and I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna use our tag in this one to show you. So I want you to understand how it works. We are gonna glue down this side here and here. Down here, just like that. And then we're gonna glue the outside of this tab right here. And what that does, and I'm going to show you with it open, when we slide our tag in from the side, it's going to catch under this lip right here, okay? So that when we tuck things back here, right, when we tuck things back here, it doesn't get caught on this tag, okay? So if we didn't have this lip, right, we have nothing holding our tag down. Do you see what I mean? We could put stuff in here and we could lay this in here, but nothing's gonna keep this tag down, okay? That's why we have this lip right here. So it'll allow our tag to slide in and out without getting caught. See, I can just put this in, it slips right in, okay? And these slip right in without getting caught on the tag that's laying in the other direction, okay? So that's why we have that. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do it close up to the camera here. Okay, we're gonna glue down this side and on the other side of our little flap. And then we're going to close this over, and we're only going to put glue right here on this side. Okay, that's it. I want to put glue right here too. And now I'm just going to fold this over and burnish this down so that my glue gets really good contact. And now this end here is completely sealed, right? So it's the stopping point for our tag. But this side is completely open. See, there's our, I didn't glue it down very well, but here's our lip that allows us to completely put the tag all the way in. Right here. And we're still open here to put stuff here. It sounds more complicated than what it actually is, but if you get confused, just rewind the video, okay, and go back to it. You're gluing this whole side down right here, but you're only gluing the back side of the flap, the half-inch flap, onto this side. And that gives us two pockets, one here and one here. Okay? All right, and this doesn't have to be a clip-in. You could glue this on as a pocket on a page, just like this, and that would work too. Okay, so maybe we'll even decorate this one to go on the other side of the signature where we'll glue it onto a page instead of clipping it in. And then we've got an additional pocket back here. So maybe we'll do that. Okay, let's decorate this. Actually, first what I want to do is show you what I would do if I didn't have a sewing machine. I would just draw. And I'm just going to make hand-drawn little dashes. Okay, dashes and dots. I like to do dashes and dots. So I'll do dot, dash, dot, dash, dot, dash. And while I do this, we can chat. And then I'll show it to you at the end. My son came yesterday, my oldest son, who's 24, came and visited yesterday. And I thought he was going to come during the day and spend the day. But he didn't. He ended up calling me at like 7 and going, 7 p.m. There's a fly. And said, I'm on my way. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess he had just been up to stuff during the day and ended up coming later than he thought he was going to. And so he ended up just kind of crashing on the couch last night and spent the night. And it was fun to have him come and visit. And today, his favorite director of movies is, let me get the name right. His name is Edgar Wright. And, you know, for me, Edgar Wright's movies are a little, I mean, they're not your normal mainstream movies. They're kind of, they can be a little weird. If anybody have seen any of his movies, you know. They're a little off the beaten path, but my son just absolutely loves them because my son's a little off the beaten path, which I love. And so I guess Edgar Wright had a new movie that came out in theaters a couple weeks ago, and he wanted to go see it, and he didn't really have anybody who wanted to go see it with him. So he asked me, Mom, would you go see it with me? And I said, sure. So that's the reason I'm doing my video late today, is he was here not only visiting, but then he took me out to dinner and the movies tonight. So that was just so sweet, and I enjoyed myself so much, and it's nice to be taken out by your adult son. It just doesn't happen very often, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I enjoyed the movie too. So that was good. So now I've done the pocket, now I'm going to go up the side here. So that was fun. It was fun having him come and visit and take me out on kind of a little mommy-son date. And, you know, he's fun to spend time with. I really love him. And so I did actually enjoy the movie. It was kind of a thriller slash horror, and I definitely don't like horror movies. I never have. So I was a little bit scared of, you know, not knowing. And what was interesting, even more interesting, was, you know, I don't think I have ever, you know, when you go to the movies, you pretty much know what you're going to go see. You've seen a trailer, or, you know, things like, there is, I'm sure you can see it. I wonder if you can see it landing on me, but there's this fly that is buzzing around and it keeps landing on me. Anyway, you know what you're going to go see. You've seen a trailer or, you know, whatever. I had never heard of this movie before. And so I went to see this movie tonight without knowing anything about it at all. Like, I hadn't seen a trailer. I had no idea what it was about. So I can't tell you the last time I went to a movie just completely blind, not knowing the plot, not knowing the actors, not knowing anything about anything. So that was kind of fun. So let me show this to you. So this is just me doodling on the edges of this instead of sewing, and I really like that. So if you don't have a sewing machine, don't be afraid to doodle around the edges of something, as that's really cute. Okay, so let's decorate this. Let's find some scraps. Let me see if I've got any scraps big enough in my bin here from the paper collection that we've been using. This one might be pretty for up here. I don't think I have anything that's big enough. Hi, sweetie. I don't think I have anything that's big enough. We can use some of this music too. So let's see. I don't want to use this piece because we're going to make pockets out of that. That's pretty, but it's not wide enough. Let's see. That's not wide enough. Oh, we could do Santa and his reindeers, but once we put an embellishment on it, it's not going to show. Let's see. Oh, here's some of our little shops. Let's use that. I love that. Okay. Get all my little things out here. Got my ruler. We can tear, and I'm just going to tear in between my little doodles that I did here. Just like that. Now let's get this side. My dog barking, little Miss Diva. Jeez. I tell you, that little girl, she'd drive you mad. Okay, so let's just ink this and get it down, and we'll think about embellishment after. I didn't do the straightest job here, but it'll work. It's cardstock, so I'm going to use art glitter glue. Got it pretty uneven over here. a little bit of lace or something over there to kind of hide that. All right, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Okay, I think this would be really pretty here. Could be my doodles that are not straight as well. Okay, let's ink that. And then we'll take some music and put it underneath here. Let's see. We just need a tiny bit. I mean, a tiny, tiny bit. Maybe just like, let me grab this little piece right here. Right. I'm still not straight. Excuse that sound.
Sorry.
My daughter is getting water out of the refrigerator, so you can hear it on her on her cup. Okay, so right about here.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. It's all right. Okay, so let's ink these. Okay, I'm gonna put this one down first. Just, I want more of the music to show than just that little bit of, that little bar. So we'll put this down first. Just inside my little doodle lines. And then we'll lay this music down. Just right here. Cute. And I will not do any more decorating to this top area because there's stuff that's going to go in that pockets there. Okay, put these scraps aside. All right, so I am going to grab, let's make our tag. I'm going to grab, these are just my glue book pages. Here, let me grab one that doesn't have this big strong image on it. I'll grab this one. And looks like this is already the right width. Let me test it. Yeah, that's just gonna slip right in there. Okay, so what I did was I cut this at 4 1/4, my tag. So we'll just cut this at 4 1/4. We'll save this because we can make a little tag out of that. And I'm just going to take my tag punch on the large angle and just punch a tag shape there. All right, and then we're going to line the back and make sure that this is all glued together because it looks like my glue stick when I tore this out of my glue book. A lot of times I'll sew around these and I just didn't feel like sewing around these, so we'll make sure that that's glued together really well. Okay, I'm gonna line the back of this with just some, let's see if what I've got lying around here. There we go. I'll just grab some of that. And I'm basically just going to put glue stick on the tag itself. Making a mess here. Okay. Just line this up. And I'm going to use my bone folder to just go across it and make sure there's good contact. and then trim around it. I tell you, I love making tags. I love making ephemera. I need to do a video this coming week because I'm really kind of need ephemera for this journal, pockets, tags, things like that. And I think I want to do some collaging. And I didn't get that totally on there, but you know, the ink, if I ink this, it'll cover that up. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. All right, so now for the front, I'm going to use, let's see here. I've got this. These are Roxy Creations, her Christmas backgrounds, which I love. Just take off the edges here. Just like that. That way we can use that. And I think I want to use, grab my scraps again, maybe some more music, and see if I've got some book page here that'll work. That should work. See, give that a go. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm just gonna kind of tear it. Just like that. That can go on our tag like this. I probably did too much of it, but that's okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna go, maybe a little bit of book page here. So right about here, I'm gonna put that down. I'm probably not on camera, but I'm just gluing this. Just getting some glue on it. Line that up with the edge here. Just like that. That's actually a piece that was cut off the cover. I can feel the Mod Podge on it, so that's cool. Okay, and then I think we'll do some music right here. Ink this top part. Line that up. And I've got some pieces here at the bottom that didn't quite, I didn't trim off from the, when we lined the back side. There we go. Okay. And now, just gonna ink this right here, just that side. I hope I'm in frame. Yeah, a little off to the right, but that you could still see me. Oh, I just got a huge chunk of glue on the outside of my paper. Okay, and I'm gonna line this up with the top and side. Well, maybe not the side, because I cut too much. Maybe even wrap that around. Let's wrap that around. That'd be cute. Very gluey. I went crazy with the glue there. Cut that off. And that. Cute. Ink that. that wrapped around. I'll show you the back. Let's ink, because I'm going to ink this side right here. That looks cute like that. So this is what we have so far. Really cute. A little piece on the back, wrap that around. I like that. Okay, well, let's find an image. I have all of these, where are they? Children's images. And I saw this little girl here, and we do have Blue in this journal, and she is super cute. And I want to use her. Put her right here. And let's see if we can find a little piece of holly or something. See if there's a small piece. I remember cutting out some smaller pieces of like some holly embroidery. Here's like an acorn kind of with some holly pine trees. Oh, that's cute. Let's use that. Okay, let's ink these. I love just sitting here and making tags. Tags are one of my favorite things to make because they're just a little canvas. And of course you can make them as big as you want. But I like having just like a little canvas to work with and making something pretty. And we're not going to add any lace or anything to this tag because I want it to be able to slip into that pocket really easily. Okay, so let's put this on first. I want that little acorn to kind of be in the corner. So if some of it needs to be cut off the edge, that's fine. We'll do that. So kind of like that. And we'll put her on. She's so pretty. I love those vintage kids images. They're so cute. Okay, we want her to go, I want to leave room for a tab at the top, so I don't want her to go too far up. There, we'll put her right there. Okay. All right, now let's cut a tab. This is the tab punch that I have. This is, I think, a We Are Memory Keepers punch. Let's see if we can find a scrap that has, get all these, some blue in it maybe. That doesn't really have blue in it. Let's see. Here we go. Maybe like right here. Ding. And this punch can be a little tricky. Okay, I need to cut some off so that I can get to the fold line because I want the fold line to be at the top of the punch. Right about there, just like that. And I'm going to keep this. This is some pretty good scraps right there, so I'm just toss that in my scrap bin. Let's see. Let's see which side has the most blue. I think this side, and I love those. It looks like coffee stained splotches. I love that. Just ink this. The whale tail punches that you've seen me use, those are ones I bought off Etsy because I do not have one of those punches. And when I went to look for one of those punches, oh my gosh, those things on eBay go for like over $60, sometimes into the 70s. And it's like, I just cannot bring myself to spend that much money on a punch. And I have this one, so I'll just use it. Okay, so we'll just put this on. Just like that, and that's cute. Okay, so that's our tag. Oh, we need to trim off this side of our little acorn holly. Let me show you up close. So here's our little tag. Really cute. Like that a lot. Okay. Now let's see what we want to put in this pocket. So this will just slip right in here under that lip, just like that. Okay. Now let's go through this little ephemera pack that has the tags and stuff in it that I ordered to go with this collection, and let's see what they have in here as far as what can go in our pocket. Oh, this is really cute, this tag. Oh, it's got a little puppy and a little kitten, so let's use that. And then let's see if we have a bigger card. I don't think I do. That's a little too big. Okay, that's okay. I got plenty of other things. Let's take a look and see what we can find at some of our other stuff. That's not cardstock. This stuff came from the actual cut-aparts and tags and journaling cards of the collection. There's nothing. I wonder what this. That might go. Let's see. Let's just fold it and see. Might be a little big, but there's room for me to cut around it if need be. Let's just see. And you really can't see his face either, so I don't want to use that. Okay, that's okay. We'll keep looking. Let's see what I have in here. These are cute. This is Santa. It says Merry Christmas. Let's use that. Or actually, let's use this. It introduces some different colors. All right. Making a mess here. Okay, so I'm just going to ink around these. We want to put some twine on the tag. Just taking that white core off the edge of the paper. That side doesn't really need to be inked, but this side does. Okay, so we'll slip this in here, like this. Let's punch a hole and put some baker's twine on here. And then we need to decorate the front a little bit here. Just snip off some baker's twine. Just gonna tie a bow here. I'd fill it with a bow forever. Okay. Snip that off. That can go in here like that. Okay, let's see what we want here. Let's see if we have a little label or something in here. Don't want to do a whole lot. Let's just do a little. I love the little houses. And a little bow. How about that? There we go. Okay, I'm going to ink these, and I'm going to look for a little piece of lace to go under this. I think that'll be cute. Take the white edge off here from my messy cutting. Okay, let's see. I'm going to grab just my... This is from Journey of Crafting. I use this a lot. You guys have seen me show this. I'm just my little lace snippets here. That's more pink. I don't think there's any red in here. I don't see any red. I do see brown though. That would be kind of pretty. Or even blue. Let's use the blue. I like that. I'm just going to snip this off. Okay, fabric tape, and I'm going to just put it right here in the corner. Just like that. Messy. So sticky. Ugh. Okay.